putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Hey everybody, Kevin Jackson here, KJRadio.com, 844-551-8255 if you want to reach us. We are embroiled in a situation right now, a time in America where the women's movement feels like it's making gains. I guess the LGBTs have taken a back step to women, and now suddenly women are under fire. We're hearing of allegations that date back decades. And suddenly it's all come to the fore. And Harvey Weinstein did it. A leftist, Democrat, progressive, who claims that he's building the careers of young women when in fact he's taking advantage of them. The women's movement watched him do it, him and others, and said nothing. And suddenly it's all men's fault. And we've got, look, the explosion's been crazy. Weinstein first is the big news. And then suddenly we had, Kevin Spacey. And now it's gone through Conyers, John Conyers, member of the Congressional Black Circus. He paid off a woman. Then we find out Congress has paid $15 million or $17 million, whatever. It's quite a bit of money as hush money to various people in Congress. We don't know who they are. My suspicion is most of them are going to be Democrats. Because let me tell you, if it were Republicans, you wouldn't have enough hush money to cover it up. So I want to know. I think you deserve to know. I think we as taxpaying citizens deserve to know. So we had Conyers. And now we've already had Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton should have been the Weinstein of his day. Think about that. Clinton was a horrible person. In fact, the video that's been circulating is when Hillary almost gets hit by the camera lights. And she and Bill Clinton, they were asked by 60 Minutes, I think, I forget the guy's name. They were asked by 60 Minutes, were you having these affairs? And Bill Clinton said, no. And then all of it falls. It's almost like a lightning bolt struck and hit him. Hillary was about to go into, what you have to understand is these women are going to lie. No, what we have to understand is that you people are going to lie. So while Bill Clinton was running for office, he was asked point blank, did you have affairs, etc.? He said no, it was a lie. Then he gets elected. And of course, we know the outcome of that. He got impeached because of Paula Jones. And the thing the straw that broke the camel's back was Lewinsky being seen in every picture. This guy, every time Bill Clinton was around, there was Lewinsky. So we find out, through Linda Tripp, that she kept the evidence of Bill Clinton's shenanigans with her. And he finally tells the truth after he lied and lied and lied about Paula Jones. Of course, got him, as I said, impeached. And on and on. So that's where we stand. We've circled full back to Bill Clinton, the guy who really lit the fuse on it's okay. It's his private life. Whose business is it of yours? We played a clip earlier of Gillibrand saying, 25 years ago is very different from now. And we can't, we've got to apply the same standard now, whatever. You know what? Gobbledygook and double talk, because the standards has been applied for decades. Bill Clinton was wrong then, and he's wrong now. Anybody who supported him then supported a liar. The same way, if you're a supporter of Black Lives Matter, you're a liar. Same way, if you're a supporter of Hillary Clinton and you think that she's the best person for president, you're a liar. The same way you want to try to make people believe that Barack Obama was the best president ever, you're a liar. And I could go on. Liar, liar. Hands on fire. Now, 4 new women accuse Bill Clinton of sexual assault. And I think this is one where the left is saying, you know what, Hillary, if you won't go away, we're going to chase you away. We're sick of you. The Daily Mail reported this story. That Bill Clinton, finds himself back in the spotlight. Daily Mail reports this. They say he's facing explosive new charges of sexual assault from 4 women. Highly placed Democrat Party sources who served in both the Clinton and Obama administrations have apparently broken this story. I'm reading this. The current accusations against 71-year-old former President whose past is littered with charges of sexual misconduct, stemmed from the period after he left the White House in 2001, say the sources. Attorneys representing the women who are coordinating their efforts have notified Clinton they are preparing to file separate lawsuits against him, 4 separate lawsuits. As part of ongoing negotiations, the attorneys for the women are asking for substantial payouts in return for their clients' silence. Now, here again, do I blame these women the way I would blame these Holly weirdo chicks? Nah. It's long past. They should have already have said what they did. But the fact of the matter is there was enough evidence against Bill Clinton that he never should have occupied the Oval Office. Now, I'm not mad at him because he stopped Bush 1 from becoming president. And now that I've learned all that I have about him, I'm not going to say Clinton was a bad president because he probably was a better president than any of the Bushes. I know. Hard to believe that, but probably true. Anyway, back to this. So the Clinton legal team has confirmed the existence of the new allegations. But we're not learning anything new here in the sense that you had to believe there were more women than we are presently aware of. We're probably aware of, and I'm just guessing here, about, say, 10 to 12 women that Bill Clinton had some sort of a sexual tryst with or whatever, all the way from just normal flirtations to out and out rape on his part. So that's where we are with that. Remember back in the 90s, Clinton he's already settled one lawsuit. He paid $850,000 to settle a sexual harassment lawsuit by Paula Jones. She worked for the state of Arkansas when Clinton was governor, and she detailed a story where, and I know I'm not exactly sure about this, but it's close to this. I think Bill Clinton, she was at an event, excited to meet the governor. He invites her up to his room and promptly asks her to perform a sexual act on him. And she was like, no, whatever, and she leaves. And he ruined her career, if I'm not mistaken, and ostracized. She was ostracized for years and finally gets an $850,000 settlement, which isn't a lot of money, honestly, not for the amount of grief that she went through. And then, of course, she got a nose job or whatever else, maybe some other enhancements. I'll leave it at that. But she was the cause of his impeachment procedure. So that was the beginning. And I don't know if there were other people that settled because we'll probably never know. But the fact is, if we know of 10, you can bet there were at least 40, 50 others. Many other cases not litigated. Juanita Broderick, she's finally getting her due by saying this wasn't just some innocent flirtation. This man raped me. Anyway, they say the negotiation with these 4 ladies has reached a critical stage. They say if they fail, according to sources in Clinton's inner circle, the 4 women are said to be ready to air their accusations of sexual assault at a press conference, making Clinton the latest and most famous figure in a list of men from Harvey Weinstein to Kevin Spacey who've recently been accused of sexual assault. Now, they refer to incidents that took place more than 10 years ago, early 2000s. Clinton was hired by Ron Burkle, Playboy billionaire investor, to work at one of his companies. And Clinton helped Burkle by being an ex-president, flying around with this businessman. And they said on the plane, they would have a flock of beautiful young women at their disposal. And it was the nickname, the joke name of his airplane that Burkle owned was Air Frick One. And I cleaned it up. So it's a play on Air Force One, the middle word being the F word. And I want you to just let that sink in for just a second. When I hear stories like this, I laugh in the face of leftists and the never Trump idiots who dare compare anything Donald Trump did to people like Bill Clinton or Harvey Weinstein or this guy Burkle. And let me tell you, we're going to learn of a lot more of these high-powered Democrats who've done far worse than even Clinton. But Air Blank One, certainly presidential, isn't it, Bill Kristol? I mean, think about this. This is a guy that, there's some class when he saw pictures of Bush with Obama and all these other people. Yeah, that was when class occupied the White House. Yeah, well, I don't like. I find it interesting what the definition of class is by these neocons. Receiving fellatio from an intern while sitting in the Oval Office, multiple trips on Air Blank One, the trips with Epstein to the island, yeah, or whatever.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.